What's going on, y'all? Flight Sports TV, man. Let's get right into it, man. Game just ended, man. Lonzo just dropped 23 buckets. Efficient 10 of 16. Everybody played well. I believe he led the scoring for the Pelicans tonight. Very exciting. We're gonna get into it. They lost, obviously. We're gonna touch on the game. But before we do that, before I get into what I'm about to say, just pay homage on Lonzo. I know that they lost, but Lonzo is hitting the turn in his career. It always was there. It seems like the Pelicans are doing a nice job with him, and I think he gets it. He just got to be aggressive offensively. Everything else will come. He's got to get used to being aggressive offensively. So before we get into that, hit that like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate everybody checking in with these videos. Don't forget about the $100 100 subscribe giveaway. We're trying to give out $100 on the 100 subscriber. It's Flight Sports TV. Everybody show love. You could donate to this platform. All donations are appreciated. Shout out to the people that's already donated. The link is in the description box. You could definitely support the merchandise store at pexoticshop.com. We got sweatsuits and bomber jackets out there for the people. Hope everybody having a good Friday night. Let's get right into it. Yeah, man. So this guy, like I said, he today was, I like what I'm seeing from Lonzo Ball. I'm one of the guys who was on the wave with Lonzo, and trying to I've been telling people, but it's like people don't really listen, but I'm here to tell you that this guy is one of the more underrated players in the NBA, man. And I did a piece on Lonzo. Check out Underrated is an understatement. Lonzo Ball. We about to revamp the Underrated is an understatement. We had some copyright issues. That's why that didn't pop off. But I got a lot of exclusive content coming this way for the people. So Lonzo, man, this guy, like, right off the rip. Let's just start off from opening tap. The first three, bow. You feel me? Second three, boom. You feel me? It was just looking like it started to look like this guy was about to drop 20 or something in the first quarter. Adjustments was made. You seen LeBron and Lonzo guarding each other. Shout out to the Lakers organization, man. They showed a lot of love to Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. With a tribute video in the course of the first quarter of the game. It was a good thing to see, especially that the appreciation that the Lakers had, because they all did bring something to the Lakers, in one facet of the other, during their tenure there, so it was good to see that the Lakers paying homage, even though they didn't win a championship or even make it to the playoffs, but they had major impact, and their fan favorites they loved, Lakers, they love AD and they like what's going on, but they still look at those guys like, damn, yeah, these boys gonna develop, So, who knows? But so let's just kind of break down a little bit of that game that we just seen. Number one, man, the Lakers are just a better team. Even though the Pelicans was in striking distance, like 5 minutes, like a little under 5 minutes of that game, they cut it to 7 points. You know, the former Lakers obviously came to play tonight. They was ultra aggressive, offensively and defensively. Alvin Gentry seems like he's starting to pick and find the rotations. They had a 4-game winning streak. Lonzo's back in the lineup now. They're on a 4-game winning streak. So, like I said, the Pelicans they need Zion Williamson. I don't think he should play this season. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about Zion. We're gonna do a video on him too. We're gonna do something dedicated specifically for Zion, because there's a lot of talk going on with Zion, and we're gonna break that down too. But obviously, man, the Lakers are a better team than the Pelicans. I mean, come on, even Stevie Wonder could see that. So that's why at times they was almost overwhelming the Pelicans. Because Number one, it seemed like they didn't have anybody who can guard LeBron James, and they didn't really have anybody to guard Anthony Davis, or even just LeBron. It seemed like they did a decent job on LeBron. He still got his numbers, LeBron Knight, but AD coming off of 46, he could have had 50 easily. AD, they look good, man, but, I wish I would have seen what they did today against the Clippers, and we're going to get into that as well. How these guys look. You didn't see any of that Anthony Davis stuff when they played the Clippers, and that's one of my beefs right there with the Lakers. So yeah, it was cute that they didn't even really beat down the Pelicans. The Pelicans actually came back. Like I said, they was in striking distance, and a play here, a play there. They could have had been looking at a tighter game. They cut it to 7. They made a lot of turnovers. The Pelicans, they just a clumsy team at times. It seems like at times they don't know who should be the designated ball handler, because one point Lonzo got a rolling dishing, and then Drew Holiday comes in, he's making plays, and it's kind of hard to gauge who, what's up. But it's good that they got 2 ball handlers, and it seems like that starting lineup is starting to get himself together. But Anthony Davis was cooking tonight, man, from 3, from mid-range, from turnarounds, from just attacking the basket. It didn't really seem like I said, they didn't have anybody who could contain with him. And when Anthony Davis started going off in that second quarter, it seemed like they would got up to 20. So give the Pelicans credit for cutting it to 7. And this game showed me a lot about some of the guys that's on the Pelicans who was traded. It lets me know that these guys have got heart, man. To roll up in LA and do that, what they did, they didn't know what reception they was gonna get. For Lonzo to come out so confident and just bust out his first 2 threes, I mean, that's not an understatement. That's an understatement. You can't discredit that. His evolution. The shot is more crisp, and he's attacking the basket. To be honest with you, it seems like Lonzo is like toned down the facilitating of the basketball in terms of quarterback play. Because, like I said, I think once he learns, I think right now with the Pelicans, what they're doing with Zoe is they just, right now they're just working on his offensive aggressiveness. And I feel like once he masters that, knows what to do, picking the spots and what time to navigate, I think then we'll see his passing ability open up. I could see a perennial double machine right here. Once he finds pick scores. So right now he's kind of in a new role where he's being asked to be one of the offensive threats on the team. And I feel like once Zion, watching that game lets me know they need a key over the top piece, and I think that piece is Zion Williamson. And like I said, they maybe need to look into in the future somebody to guard Anthony Davis or something like that, because the way Anthony Davis was just getting loose out there was very alarming. I know the Pelicans, they were on a 4-game winning streak, but they are one of the worst teams in the NBA. Well, in the West, like I said, yeah, I believe they got the second worst record in the West. So. And they started the season up and down, and the Pelicans. To be honest with you, they got dealt a bad hand from the start of the season. They had the number 1 pick, and then they only got Zion Williamson. So it was like the way the season was supposed to start, it seemed like it just didn't finish. And Alvin Gentry is coaching pretty well. I'm not gonna discredit Alvin Gentry. Right now, it's looking like he's starting to. Like I said, he's taking a step. I don't obviously then they won't be making the playoffs this season, but I feel like in the next season I don't see why they can't contend with a Dallas or Minnesota if depending on what happens with Karl Anthony Towns, Minnesota, Oklahoma City. I'm trying to think who else. The Kings. And I feel like the Kings are dealt a similar bad hand. They won't be making it either due to what's happened with their injuries, and they just dealt a bad hand from the start. So y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. Like I said, I was pleased at what I saw. It lets me know like that turn is here. So You just stay consistent, and I like what I'm seeing from Lonzo. He's not just shooting 3-pointers just nonstop. He's mixing it up, going to the basket. The mid-range was open tonight. Just get in the comment section and pay homage. And let me know what you saw. You feel me? Because always balling, man. A lot of people throwing dirt on his name, but you gotta come to the channel and pay homage, man. Pay homage when you wrong, man. And as the season progresses, you'll see. He's definitely improving this season. It is what it is, man. People like to throw dirt and kick people while they down and call them this, call them that. You look at a lot of stars in the NBA or young players. Like if Lonzo continues to play like this, he'll be an all-star by next year. You heard it here first at Flight Sports TV, because the man is already a box office attraction. Lonzo is probably the biggest star that's not a star. Well, he's the biggest superstar in the NBA that's not an all-star. Do you understand what I'm saying? Lonzo Ball is the biggest superstar in the NBA, and he's not even an all-star. He's the biggest superstar in the NBA that's not a all-star. How about that? I said that wrong. Pardon me. So, like I said, the play continues with nothing but greatness, man. The sky's the limit, man. And the Pelicans, once they get things right, they're gonna be a force in the West and in the whole NBA, especially as these guys develop. Hart hit a lot of clutch threes. Don't leave out Hart. Jay Hart was his consistent self, hitting up spot up 3-pointers, playing the best defense as he can. They were undersized tonight. Jackson Hayes, he's too young. And Favors got to work a little better defensively out there. And we're going to leave it at that. It's Flight Sports TV. Y'all hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. Donate to the platform. The link will be in the description box below this video. It's Flight Sports TV.